Hey, warriors. So something changed after the recent eclipse. People felt it. A lot of people felt it, really. Um, Emotions started surfacing out of nowhere. Old memories coming back. A kind of a sense that something familiar just doesn't fit anymore. Um, and some people see eclipses as astronomical events. Others experience them as, energetic turning points, moments where patterns that were stable suddenly begin to shift, right? One way to look at this is a kind of like reset point, really. Where your old emotional narratives, the stories you've been carrying about yourself, your past, your identity, they just begin to, I don't know, soften, loosen. When those narratives begin to break down, it's obviously we know by now it's disorienting, to say the least. Sometimes maybe even chaotic. Um and the reason why is because the mind likes consistency. It likes knowing, who you are, what things mean, where you stand, that kind of thing. But when those internal structures, when they start shifting, you're left at a space that feels unfamiliar, you know? Now, honestly, that space isn't something to fear. I mean, I'm sure most of you know that it's just a transition, um, a moment where you're not in the old patterns anymore. Do you know what I mean? You're not fully there, but you haven't fully, stabilized, I guess, in the new ones. Some people describe this as accessing new layers. It's kind of how I would describe it, really. It's like new layers of just dimensional awareness. I don't know how else to describe it. That's how I see it. Um, it's just subtle ways of seeing things differently, feeling things more clearly, um, questioning things that you've never questioned before, things like that, and this is where people either ground or they spiral. If you resist it, try to hold on to that old identity or those old emotional patterns, it's going to create friction, dude. I mean, it just, you know, but if you allow it and you just observe what's changing instead of fighting it, things will start to organize. You don't have to force anything, just notice it. I mean, honestly, that's, just notice what feels different, what no longer fits. I don't know, maybe what's trying to shift, if you will, because whether you, the thing is this, it doesn't matter how you see it, this eclipse and what it's doing. The experience that we're having is still real, you know? Um, Something is being reorganized. And we're not supposed to control these things. We're supposed to stay aware while these things are happening. That's how we move through these moments. I guess without losing ourselves. I love you.